This video is for the light-duty 2500 and 3500 Ram trucks, which have a square-framed OEM driveshaft carrier. To watch the install for the heavy-duty models with the round-framed OEM carrier, visit the link in the description below. Before doing anything, it is important to chock your wheels and engage your parking brake prior to removing the driveshaft. Begin by supporting the driveshaft. Make a cut on each side of the carrier frame. The OEM carrier bolts can get pretty corroded, so be careful when removing them. An induction heater tool is recommended. Unbolt the carrier from the vehicle. Pull the carrier frame off of the bearing. Using a razor blade, cut the remaining excess rubber hanging off of the bearing. Do not cut the bearing surface all the way down to bare metal. The bearing should look like this when you're done. If you are also replacing your carrier bearing, continue watching. If you are just replacing the carrier, skip ahead to the corresponding timestamp below. To gain access to the bearing, you'll need to separate the two halves and remove the front half of the driveshaft. Mark both halves with a straight edge and marker to ensure proper alignment when putting it back together. Cut the dust boot clamp that's closest to the bearing. Then put alignment marks at the front driveshaft flange and unbolt it from the transmission. Remove the front half of the driveshaft from the vehicle. With a bearing puller, remove the bearing. Clean the bearing mating surface. If it is really corroded or has a lot of buildup, lightly run some 400 grit sandpaper over it until it has an even finish. Clean it once again. Place the new bearing onto the shaft and seat it with a metal pipe or bearing driver tool and hammer. Secure the bearing with the provided sleeve. Add some bearing grease to the splines. At the truck, add the new provided clamp to the dust boot. Align the two halves with your marks and slide them back together. Reattach the driveshaft flange to the transmission. Double check that your lines match up. Tighten the 4 bolts to 81 foot-pounds. Tighten the new clamp with a set of hose clamp pliers. Now you can install the new carrier. Start with the top half, with the bushing in it, and slide it over top of the bearing with the text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it, and connect the two together using the provided Allen bolts. Loctite is recommended on all fasteners. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the two bushings. This is normal. To mount the carrier to the vehicle, we will start with a truck without CSB spacers. For a truck with a CSB spacer application, skip ahead to the corresponding timestamp. Take a provided shoulder bolt, add a fender washer, an isolation damper with the small end facing up, slide it up through the carrier, add another isolation damper with the small end facing down, and a fender washer with the smaller center opening on top. Loosely thread it into the vehicle. Repeat these steps on the other side. Bolt, fender washer, isolation damper, up through the carrier, another damper, and fender washer on top. Thread it into the vehicle. Tighten and torque both bolts, and your installation is complete. If your truck is lifted and you have purchased a CSB spacer kit from us, there are multiple combinations in bolt length and spacer stack height. For a stack of 0 to 15 millimeters of spacers, use the supplied shoulder bolt. For 16 to 34 millimeters of spacers, use the medium-sized bolt and the provided adapter sleeves. For anything larger, use the longest bolt and the provided adapter sleeves. The metal adapter sleeves should only be used with the medium and longest bolt. If you're reusing another company's or homemade spacer and you've ordered a mounting sleeve kit from us, the HDW04A0 adapter kit, you'll use your original extended bolts with our fender washers and sleeves. But double check that your bolts are long enough, as the JXB Carrier is slightly thicker than most OEM carriers. Installation with our spacers is similar to without spacers. Start with the provided bolt, add a fender washer, then the middle sleeve if you're using 16 millimeters or more of spacers, an isolation damper with the small end facing up, go up through the carrier, add another isolation damper with the small end facing down, another fender washer, and the correct combination of spacers based on the size of lift of your truck. The stackable spacers have male and female ends, allowing them to fit together snugly, while the end pieces maintain a flat surface on one side. Loosely thread that bolt in and repeat these steps on the other side. Bolt, fender washer, sleeve, isolation damper facing up through the carrier, another damper facing down, fender washer, and the CSB spacers on top. Tighten both bolts to the frame and your installation is complete.